Hi there, everyone. This is Nexus of Thought. Today, I want to just talk about my podcast that I did with Tammy Peterson. It was released on the 22nd of December of this year. And I think it'll be enjoyable for any viewers of this channel to take a look at it. The podcast is fairly long. It's about 2 hours and 17 minutes, I believe, somewhere around that range. And it consists of a great deal of discussion around my book, Navigating the Chaos. So we get into all of the various aspects that I talked about in this book. Not every single aspect, of course, but the main ones. The book starts off with my belief and in science and what actually my personal beliefs are. And then it ventures into different aspects of how science has actually been corrupted in the world that we exist in today, and especially around the context of climate change. So I talk a lot about this. It was actually recorded, this particular podcast, in August, and at the time there were a lot of fires occurring in North America, and many of these were blamed on climate change. So I express my opinions on what I think climate change is and how it's actually been politicized for by various sources. So that's what the first part had to deal with. We then delved into extremisms, looking at BLM and Antifa, extremisms on both the left and the right. We looked at the philosophy of the armed jihad, which fares prominently in my book. I also talked about the U.S. election and how I believe that the West actually was in decline, but that I did not see that this decline actually was permanent and that indeed it actually could be reversed. So that was very much an aspect of the discussion that we have. We touched on a whole host of other items in the particular podcast. We talked also about the Joe Biden presidency and why I believed it to be a failure, how I believe there have been threats to freedom of speech, and what I believe the future does hold. Much of the podcast as well dealt with my experience as a teacher and how education has unfortunately been corrupted to some extent by ideologies which have infiltrated or have at least found their way into the system, and why I believe that this is actually quite dangerous for education. So that was discussed in the podcast. I really enjoyed it, and I'm extremely grateful for Tammy for giving me this opportunity to reach a broader audience that I had before. My broadest audience that I have right now is on Quora, where I have close to 2,000 followers. But this was actually, this is definitely the biggest opportunity that I have, and I owe it a lot to her for helping popularize the book. Thank you very much, Tammy. And so I do urge anyone who is interested in the broad range of topics to do with the Western civilization, the development of science, how science is impacting us, and where we're looking as far as education and political trends are going, to take a look at it and let me know in the comment section here or in the comment section under Tammy's video as to what your feelings are and how, whether you agree with me or you don't. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye.